Halloween is just around the corner, so I'm gonna continue my reviews. And today I'm reviewing Nosferatu, the original 1922 silent film starring Max Schreck as not Dracula, Count Orlok. This movie's pretty much loosely uh, based on Stoker's Dracula novel. But the story's pretty much the same. It's just they change all the name of the characters so they won't get sued, even though they got sued anyway. Which almost didn't go so well because Stoker's widow, she's the one that sued the director and the company because they didn't have the rights to do a movie. So they almost got away with it by changing the name of the characters, but that wasn't good enough. So they lost the case, and they had to destroy all prints of no copies of the film. And what happened was, it's really interesting. What happened was that one copy didn't get destroyed, and it was out there for many years, and then somebody made a copy of that, or many copies of that, and then it became a cult film, and it is what it is now. It's considered a classic by pretty much almost everyone who's seen it. Which I can't really argue with that because I really enjoy the movie. It is really really good and deserves to be called a horror classic. Um, like I said, the movie stars Max Schreck as the Nosferatu. They don't call him vampire; they call him Nosferatu, Count Orlok, and yeah, the name, if the name Max Schreck seems familiar to you, that's the name of the character that Christopher Walken played in Batman Returns. Um, and Max Schreck ended up being, um, you know, becoming a robot on YouTube, and was just owning internet trolls. What the hell does that have to do with Nosferatu? Some of you guys who see this video are gonna know what I'm talking about. Inside joke. But anyway, moving on. The film itself, Nosferatu, is I don't really have much to say about it because I'm everybody's talking about this movie. It does deserve to be called a classic, like I said. Great. The biggest thing I really, no, well, not the biggest thing. Oh, the biggest positive, I should say. That it has such a great atmosphere to the film because it's a silent film. There's no dialogue. You only see some words, but you can still feel the presence of the Nosferatu throughout the film, even though he's not in it that much. Count Orlok is not in the movie that much. But throughout the movie, you feel his presence, and when he does show up, it's extremely creepy. It's really effective, especially the scene that creeped me out the most was where the main character, um, Thomas, I believe that was his name. Not you, a horror fan, 34. The character in the movie. He he sees Orlok coming out of the casket, standing on top of the casket, and he freaks out and closes the door. He hides under his sheets, and then the door opens by itself, and you see Count Orlok just standing there, and Max Schreck is so fucking creepy looking in the movie, and he just he slowly walks in there and freaks him out. That was my favorite scene in the entire film. Not to take away for the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie is good. I like the intro. the setup to Thomas going into the castle. You know, the village people, not the music band, but the villagers, should I say? Um, warn him about Nosferatu. He says, "I have to sell this. I have to sell the castle in my town to this Count Orlok. You know, he needs. Count Orlok needs to sign papers, stuff like that, and that's where you get the scene where Thomas cuts his finger, and then um, Orlok is tempted into sucking his blood, pretty much. And he has this creepy face, like throughout the whole movie. Um, and I haven't seen like that many silent films. I've seen plenty. You know, um, for example, The Great Train Robbery. I've seen that movie. A few Charlie Chaplin movies. The Artist that came out a few years ago. That was a silent film. Um, but but I still, even though they don't have dialogue, they still work so well through the emotions of the characters, the music, um, the way the film is edited, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Um, and yeah, I mean, I really, what else can I say about this movie that has been around almost 100 years, pretty much as old as Dracula himself. Um, like I said, Max Schreck was one freaky looking motherfucker. Uh, no disrespect, to him. May his legacy definitely has lived on from this movie. I don't know if he's made any other movies. I'm pretty sure he has, but I just haven't seen them or heard of them. It's always this film, Nosferatu, and I really enjoyed it. It's a good and this is the first time I ever seen the movie, by the way, so it was a interesting experience for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed Nosferatu. It was really good, well made, well acted, great music, great atmosphere, scary atmosphere, and a very effective performance by Max Schreck as Count Orlok. Like I said so many times, I'm gonna start repeating myself. But yeah. If you haven't seen Nosferatu for some reason, I definitely recommend it. It's a classic, and deserves to be called a classic. So those are my thoughts on Nosferatu, and yes, I'm gonna continue on Dracula with both versions of 1931, the movies, the Bela Lugosi version and the Spanish version. And I have something special for the Spanish version review, by the way. So check out for that. Look out for that, should I say. But anyway, thanks for watching, and adios.